Welcome back to the Backend Engineering series. In the previous episode, we learned how DNS converts a domain name like google.com into an IP address. But what exactly is an IP address? Let's find out. An IP address is a unique numerical address assigned to every device connected to a network. Just like every house has a unique postal address, every device on the internet needs a unique IP address so that data knows where to go. Imagine ordering a package online. Without your home address, the delivery person would never know where to deliver it. Similarly, without an IP address, websites and servers wouldn't know where to send data. Your router usually has one public IP address that is visible on the internet. Inside your home or office network, each device gets a private IP address. This allows multiple devices to share the same internet connection securely. IPv4 is the most commonly used version of the Internet Protocol. It uses 32-bit addresses and looks like 192.168.1.10. Because IPv4 has a limited number of addresses, the world is gradually moving toward IPv6. IPv6 uses 128-bit addresses, providing an enormous number of unique addresses. It solves the address exhaustion problem and is becoming increasingly common as more devices connect to the internet. A static IP address remains the same over time, while a dynamic IP address can change periodically. Internet service providers commonly assign dynamic IP addresses to home users using DHCP. When your device connects to a network, it requests an IP address from a DHCP server. The server assigns an available address, allowing your device to communicate with other devices on the network and across the internet. Suppose you type google.com into your browser. DNS translates the domain name into an IP address. Your browser then uses that IP address to establish a connection with Google's server and request the web page. Today we learned what an IP address is, why every device needs one, the difference between public and private IP addresses, IPv4 versus IPv6, and static versus dynamic IP addresses. In the next episode, we'll understand how HTTP allows browsers and servers to communicate.